On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumna, Dr. Maggie MacDonnell, to address Convocation.
Thank you, thank you. Let me adjust this a little bit. Wow, what a good-looking audience. Goodness. I can still remember clearly that afternoon. I'm sitting at my desk in a secondary school in the Canadian Arctic. Panoramic white tundra surrounds me. Soft brown dots, caribou, cresting the hills. The sounds of four-wheelers dragging canoes down to the ice floe as beluga season has just started. It was just a few months before I had won what is considered to be the Nobel Prize of Education. My Inuit students who live in a suicide crisis had nominated me for this $1 million prize. They argued my outside-the-box approaches built resilience and saved lives. And it was your president himself, Amit, who personally called. He congratulated me and asked if I would accept an honorary degree from Western. Not Queens. Western called. When Western calls, you say yes. I still harbor dreams of chasing down that elusive PhD, and oh my goodness, one just dropped in my lap. And so from the Arctic, I parachute myself onto your 2019 finish line. I get to share this room with this outstanding class. Can we hear it for the class of 2019? Wow. It is such an honor to be here. It's such an honor. But in reality, it's me who envies you. I envy you so much. It is not these finish lines that build us, but it's the journeys. It's those mountains you've climbed, the valleys you've gone through, and sometimes the bridges that didn't even exist that you needed to imagine and build yourself to get to this final spot. I know those journeys have been tough. It's rewriting that methods chapter for the 4th time to please that stubborn supervisor. It is waiting for what seems like a purgatory for 2 months for your committee to actually get together, and even if you're an atheist, silently praying there's no more revisions. For the lab rats, you know you're in there pulling 24-hour all-nighters fueled on double-doubles from Tim's, wondering if the coffee consumption still makes your results valid. It's running seminars for undergrads, trying to tell them why it's really important to do APA formatting. It's painting yourself purple at least once a year and going to TD Stadium to cheer on those Mustangs, or at least taking photos of undergraduates who do it, right? It's stretching that budget to cover next month's rent, while some of your high school friends are buying houses and you're in perpetual graduate studies. I see the parents in the back nodding, yeah. It's gonna pay off eventually. I didn't know I was gonna win $1 million, so it will pay off. Yeah, especially for the teachers. It's those education students here at Western who find time to put together Dr. Seuss-inspired musical theater for the whole campus. And at the same time, hoping in mid-February that their beater cars will actually start so that they can get to their practicum placements. And a class full of wide-eyed preteens just welcome them, grinning from ear to ear. It's learning about yourself. How do you de-stress? Is it at the rec center? Is it at Seeps or Barney's patio? Is it Monday night beers? Is it Wednesday night Frisbee with the faculty? Hey, it's networking, right? It's my seatmate on the plane ride here from the Faculty of Chemistry, who is figuring out how to dispose of nuclear waste. I learned that Ontario, the energy is fueled 50% through nuclear energy. She's figuring out what to do with all this waste and how to save our environments. Yet she's an 18-hour plane ride from her adoring parents in China, who are planning to arrive at her convocation. It is Pepper, an education student I met last night at the Lone Star. She hustles double shifts even on her convocation weekend. And she dreams of working with Indigenous students to help tackle some of Canada's scarred history. It's at moments like this that I am inspired by an education philanthropist, Sunny Varkey, who famously said, "No matter the question, education is the answer." Just let that sit in, eh? No matter the question, education is our only answer. We have so many questions today. We have climate change. We have polarization of our political landscapes. We have privacy in social media. We have the rise of right-wing nationalism. We have poverty inside and outside our borders of Canada. And we have reconciliation and knowing what that will even look like in Canada and if we can get there. But when I look at this outstanding class, I see hundreds of solutions. This Mustang family is strong and running. I see them in Pepper. I see them in so many of you. I am sure your journeys have not always been easy. You've got blisters, maybe even some wounds and aches, but you made it. Tonight is yours. Relish it. I'm a member of your family, maybe just for today, I'm not sure. I hope the connections will continue. I've got 2 requests for you. One, if we could all cross our fingers and hope that the Raptors win. Woo! We the North, I think it would be a great way to remember this day. And secondly, it's been an astounding honor to be invited to your convocation, but I'll really know I'm a member of the family if I get invited to homecoming. Thank you.